Hello everyone. It is November 29th, 7:30 a.m. in St. Louis, and the weather report was actually correct. It did snow. It's snowing. It's still snowing. And I checked the forecast. It's going to keep snowing for the next 4 hours. Oh, I see someone. Are they sliding or are they just... Don't know what's going on down there. Anyway, we're going to walk down to the lake to get some video. I'm not going to do the whole loop because it is snowing and I'm still in my sleep pants. I do have gloves and a winter hat and my boots that I love. Look at that tree. That's a squirrel nest. If you don't know what those big leaf piles and trees are this time of year, that's squirrel nest. Ooh. I'm wearing my glasses, so it's blowing right into my glasses. I'm not going to be able to see much longer. It's like 35 degrees, so it's not like freezing cold, but I mean, it's close to the freezing point, but it's not freezing cold that I can't walk. And I have seen the plow come through, and he will come through a lot. It's Saturday. I work from home, and I normally take stuff to the post office, but I am definitely not going to the post office today. And I also do pet events. I work with St. Louis Pet Rescue, and I still have a foster kitten to show. Brittany is still looking for a forever home, but I checked the group last night, and they already canceled today's event. So, no place to go. Oh, shoot. Here, but it's very windy right now. Very windy. I'm kind of glad. Well, I knew they were going to cancel the pet event. It's a bunch of ladies who are not really confident in their driving skills, so they tend to cancel the littlest stuff. There must be, that's the clubhouse. There must be a party. They must want to have a party today. People can rent the clubhouse for birthday parties and stuff. They do tell people not to park on the streets with the snowstorm, but that guy really had no choice because he's got 6 cars, a garage full of junk, and 4 parking spaces. So technically in these houses you could have 6 cars because if you parked 2 in the garage, 4 in the driveway, you'd be fine. All right. People are more brave than me. And I think I could drive in. I have driven in snow, but it's been years. My husband drives the most, and I have no problem with that. Is it slick? No, he didn't slide. It's good. So yeah, I wonder if this is a sign that it's going to be a hard winter. Because I really can't think of a time where we got this much snow in November, and I realize it's, the 29th, and then tomorrow's the 30th, and then Monday's the 1st, so it's really only 2 days left in November, but still, this is not normal. It's not normal for now. A lot of people are like, oh, it's global warming. Whatever, I don't care, maybe. But I'll tell you what, when I was a kid, we had a lot more snow. So, maybe it is. The environment changes. It's nice to see snow again. I remember having so much snow as a kid. I lived in Illinois, which is only 3 hours away. I mean, that city I lived in is 3 hours away from here in Missouri. So it's still in the same, like, weather region. And we would get tons of snow as a kid. Had tons of snow days. Built forts. Could go ice skating. Like, the local city club, I can't remember, the rec center, they would turn their tennis courts into an ice rink. Lots of snow plows. Is it coming straight? Okay, I don't want to get hit by the snow. How far is it gonna get? Anyway, so yeah, they put real water down on the ice, on the tennis courts. Not really worrying about the damage that they were doing to the tennis courts. They didn't think about stuff back then, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 100 years ago. So yeah, it's nice to see this much snow again. And I'm just fortunate to have a job where I work at home. Well, it's the weekend, so, and I looked at the weather. I mean, it's the weekend, so it don't matter. Like, if I had a 9 to 5, Monday it should be fine. But then I did check the weather app, and it's supposed to snow again on Monday. I do have a no appointment on Tuesday. If there's still snow, that's the one time a month I drive. I might try to talk my husband into taking me. My town on the outskirts of St. Louis is really good about keeping the streets plowed. Other towns between me and my now lady are not so good about keeping the roads plowed. It all depends who has a better budget. And my town has a pretty good budget. I can hear the geese, but I can't see them. There is a flock of geese that hangs out on this lake. About, I'd say, 40 geese live on this lake. Not the whole year, they migrate, whatever, but, and then about a dozen duck. The ducks tend to stay. I think they're supposed to migrate. I think they're just spoiled and they stay. I'm just gonna walk to the lighthouse and back. My hands, I'm wearing gloves, but, not full gloves, so I can actually record. I need to find where my full gloves are. I do have gloves that are supposed to be able to, you can touch your phone through it, like made for phone users, but they don't work 100%. You really gotta move your fingers around, so. There he is again. I'm surprised there's no other footsteps. Usually, last time when it snowed, I was like, I'm gonna be the first out. I was not. A lot of walkers in the neighborhood. So yes, I normally sleep in on a Saturday, but I specifically set my alarm for 7 a.m. to see if it really snowed, and it did. And the only reason I wanted to get up early and see the snow is because, like I mentioned on my Insta story, it's St. Louis. The weatherman is never right. And one of the many forecasts that's happened in the last couple days is that it's supposed to turn into rain. So then the rain is just going to melt the snow. So I wanted proof of this beautiful snow before it turned into slush. But now I checked the app again before I left on my walk, and no more rain, just more snow for the next 6 hours. And the temperature is supposed to stay consistent in the 30s, and that means it should stay as snow. It's just if it starts to get into the 40s, even though that's still cold, the snow will melt, at least on most areas, just because 40 is still cold, but it's not freezing. And we haven't had cold enough weather for the ground to be cold for the season. What is that up there? Oh, this is when everyone who has, it was a four-wheeler. This is when everyone who has four-wheelers in their garage gets to use them. Which, I don't mind, like, people having four-wheelers, ATVs, whatever. But I do mind when they take them on this walking path. I just try to walk, and you see an ATV once a year in the snow. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Let me move further up so I don't get hit by flying snow. So yeah, last year I almost got hit by a guy riding way too fast on an ATV on this walking path. There's just not many places in this area to ride ATVs, so the people who have them probably have like hunting farms or whatever, so they get to use them a couple times a year, and so then when an opportunity arises, they're going to use it. Just don't run me over is all I ask. Look how beautiful that is. All right, I'll be back with another video this afternoon to see what happens, to see if we get some more snow. So what do we think this is right now? So this is, okay, there's the top right there. What is that? Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't even, okay, there's the top of the metal, whatever. Oh my God, that's like, I'd say 3 inches. I'm gonna go with 3 inches so far.